You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and white sports fans, I think everybody can agree that we're living in a much different world than we were actually living in 2019. 2020 is probably a once-in-a-lifetime year, and 2021 has turned into that as well. Now, when it comes to sports, talking about the NFL, there's been a lot of controversy over the last couple of days about if players should or should not be getting the vaccine. Now, I want to be clear about something. We are not experts on this. Don't listen to us for any type of medical advice. Talk to your own doctor. That's our advice to you, okay? But the NFL has definitely put in rules in place. And also, companies in general, when it actually comes to going back to the office, going back to work. The NFL, I believe, just sent a statement with what we're going to be talking about here in this video. Because now, Minnesota Vikings assistant coach Rick Dennison has now been fired because he has refused to take the jab or the vaccine. So let's dive into this, guys. This was pretty shocking to me because I was actually out in town running some errands, and then I pulled up my phone and this popped up. This really did shock me, folks. And this just really, I believe, is going to send a message to the rest of the NFL, the non-players, probably even some of the players, because we know what Cole Beasley has said about it, and several other players too as well, like DeAndre Hopkins is actually considering retiring. This has gotten really, really crazy, folks, and training camp is going to be starting in like a week. So check this out, guys. Rick Dennison out as Minnesota Vikings assistant after refusing COVID-19 vaccine, sources say. After refusing to receive a vaccine for COVID-19, Rick Dennison is out as a Minnesota Vikings assistant coach, sources told ESPN on Friday. Dennison, who had served as the Vikings offensive line coach, run game coordinator the past 2 seasons, is believed to be the first NFL position coach to leave his team after choosing not to receive a vaccine. Okay? The vaccine is required for all Tier 1 staff, including coaches, front office executives, equipment managers, and scouts. Players are not required to receive the COVID-19 vaccine, but will face strict protocols during training camp and throughout the season that vaccinated players will be able to forego. In a memo released by the league this summer, the NFL said any unvaccinated Tier 1 staff member must provide a valid religious or medical reason for not receiving the vaccine. Losing Tier 1 status prohibits coaches from being on the field and in meeting rooms and having direct interactions with players. So I believe that Rick Dennison here, I guess he didn't provide a valid reason to the Vikings or the NFL. So he was pretty much pushed into a corner and he's no longer employed by the Vikings. And I highly doubt, folks, that he's actually going to end up getting another job unless he decides, hey, I want to continue to coach and get the jab. Man, I have a lot of things that I can actually say on this, but I highly recommend that you guys check out blackandwhitenetwork.com, pick up a membership, because we actually dive into more controversial topics over there, and this would actually be one of them. But I'm not going to dive too far into that right now, but I do have a problem with him losing his job. I really do. But, it's not just the NFL. There's other companies out there that are requiring the vaccine. But some companies are making accommodations, for employees that don't. Now, I get that the NFL is definitely going to be a lot different, than the corporate world. Kind of hard to work from home when you're actually trying to coach and be on the field with the players. I get that. But, man, the NFL, I believe, has just drew a line in the sand, is that if you don't get the jab, you will not have a job. I think that message has been sent loud and clear. I believe that the players are that's a different category. They don't actually have to get it, but they're going to have more strict protocols that they actually have to abide by. So in the case of like Cole Beasley, yeah, he's going to have to abide by more hardline protocols. And I believe that players are going to end up going against players. This is not a good look for the NFL whatsoever. But it says here, Phil Rauscher has been promoted from assistant offensive line coach to fill Dennison's position, sources told ESPN. The Vikings also hired Ben Steele, who had recently been hired by Auburn as a special teams analyst to fill the position Rauscher had held since 2019. Dennison's departure comes at a time of transition for the Vikings offense, which will be guided by first-year offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak. Kubiak, 34, was promoted to fill the role his father Gary held in Minnesota during the 2020 season. With 27 years of NFL coaching experience, Dennison was considered a vital piece in helping bridge the gap for the younger Kubiak, given his experience calling run plays and knowledge of the scheme the Vikings have used since 2019. And guys, this is just shocking right here that this guy actually lost his job because he refused to take the shot. Now, the players actually have their players union, so I guess it's a whole lot harder to keep players off the field. But I don't believe that any of the coaches actually have that type of protection. So Rick Dennison out as the assistant coach of the Minnesota Vikings. I guess he will not be getting another coaching position this season. This is just strange times that we're living in, guys. Very, very strange times that we're living in. NFL season starting back up, and they already have controversy that has nothing to do with football. And like I said before, guys, you check with your medical provider to do what's best for you. Rick Dennison, he made a choice himself. That's his business. And I don't really care what you guys do for yourself. You do what you got to do, but we're not giving you any type of medical advice on any of this. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, this is very, very concerning, folks. Very concerning. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.